So ChatGPT did a really good job of turning my Bronco into the style or the livery of the old school camel trophy. And I will get to that in just a second, and I'll show you exactly how I did it. But I wanted to talk really quickly about ChatGPT and where I think things are going. And for that, we need a little bit of reference. So let's talk about farmers. In 1790, the United States Census showed that 90% of the American population was employed through agriculture. This means that in the year 1790, there are more people working as farmers than any period in United States history. So you can imagine when machines came in, people were freaked out and saying, "Hey, what are we going to do? Where are we going to find the jobs?" Well, a lot of farmers moved to factories, and if you're extremely passionate about farming, then you specialized or you went into artisanal farming, things like, grapes for wines and all that kind of stuff. And I know that corporate has taken over a lot of that stuff, but typically a lot of the population peels off into another large swath of work, while the other ones who were truly passionate about the work continued on that work. I know that's not a perfect analogy or resolution. But if 90% of the population were indeed farmers, I can't imagine that all of that population was passionate about being farmers, which is why some peeled off and then the others went into the factories. But I mean, to be fair, I doubt anybody's passionate about working at a factory. Let's move to music. The radio industry transitioned to mainstream status primarily during the 1920s and 1930s. While radio existed earlier, the rise of broadcasting and the widespread adoption of radio receivers led to mainstreaming in the early 20th century. Okay, so before radio, I'm sure, each town or village had their band or maybe several bands. So what happened to them? I'm sure that they also got sucked up into factories and the rise of white collar stuff, the more, I want to say, left brain stuff like innovation and technology. And where did the other ones go? They went into celebrity if they were really, really passionate and willing to work for it. Not saying that everybody wasn't willing to work for whatever it is that they were working for, but you know what I mean. And then, so now, as I look at this picture of the Bronco, and let me show you the original real quick. I feel like the same thing is happening with design and film. So if it weren't for ChatGPT, there's no way I would have been able to generate this image. I just don't have that specific of design skills. There's a lot I can do. I can do logos and photography and all that kind of stuff. And I do that over at studiodaltondesigns.com. However, overlaying the exact right camel trophy colored livery with lighting and all that kind of stuff, that comes from someone, or that would have come from someone with a lot more advanced design skills than I have. Could I take this image, download it, overlay a better traction pad, and correct the helights and maybe manipulate the camel trophy logo a little bit better? Yeah, and there are definitely some elements of this AI generated photograph that I'm not quite on board with, and there are some parts of it that look a little bit cheesy, but overall, it does look pretty good. So that's design and film. So what is a graphic designer or filmmaker, photographer to do now that design and film have kind of gone the way of music and farmers. Instead of having a designer in every office, you're going to have designers and photographers that are very niche, that are very local, because as much as as much as this is a cool design, in my human mind, I know that this is not a real picture of my Bronco, and I think I would love a picture of my Bronco in the real desert, which would take a lot more effort. I would have to get out there, and if I wasn't a photographer, I would have to have a photographer either take this photo, or at least I would have to take a photo and send it to a photographer for the post production editing. And that's what I mean by you have to get a lot more local and niche, because your other choices would be to become a top selling artist. And we all know that that is extremely difficult, takes a very long time. And sadly, today, there are not a lot of factories to kind of transition to. A lot of designers and photographers and filmmakers did already come from corporate, so it's not like they're going to go there to find jobs, because those entities are laying off. So, unlike in the past where there was somewhere to go, somewhere to find refuge, this is a bit more of a tricky problem, because all the corporations are trying to reduce the amount of human beings that are in there in the first place. So at a certain point, it's quite possible that even YouTubers and influencers and stuff start to get taken over by AI prompted videos, or you know, that kind of thing. And at that point, it does make you wonder, will the general population just start to kind of back away from everything online? Because the true value in, say, a YouTube channel like mine is clearly not, the pomp and circumstance and the great production quality. It's about hearing from another human being. It's about hearing from, another like-minded person. And this is when I'm going. This is why I'm going to get into how I created this image. So I uploaded this image of my Bronco, and I just used the prompt: "Don't change anything about this 2023 Ford Bronco except for the paint. I want the paint to be turned into the Camel Trophy livery from the off-roading competition from the 90s." And so basically what I was doing there was trying to give ChatGPT as much reference so it could go scour the web and find out exactly what the Camel Trophy was. That way it can cross-reference descriptions and stuff and not get it wrong. And then I also said 2023 Ford Bronco, because I wanted it to be able to have references as well, so it could fill in the gaps so it didn't kind of go haywire. And then this is what it spit back out. So it's in the same parking lot. Everything has been digitized. And it kind of looks like it says Camel Trophy and not Camel Trophy, but that's okay. Because what somebody like me would do is go back in there and correct, the fine details. The trackpad is a little bit off, but overall, it doesn't look too bad. It did delete my mud flaps, so I would have to go in and add in mud flaps in post-production, unless I really wanted to just kind of mess with this image a lot. So then, the last step that I said is put a row of hella fog lights on the roof rack in the front, and then place this 2023 Bronco in a desert scene. So it did that. So you have to be really careful with your prompts, because you might think you're giving one description and chat thinks that you're giving another. So I said, put the hella fog lights on the roof rack. So it put the hella fog lights on the roof rack. And then I said in the front. So I said in the front because I was afraid that chat would take those lights and put them on the roof rack anywhere because it wouldn't maybe have reference for where the hella lights should go. So I said on the roof rack, and then I said in the front. I meant make sure that it's on the roof rack in the front, but it thought I said roof rack, and then that this other part was a second description. So in the front meant like on the front of the bull bar right there. And luckily it doesn't look too bad, so I can pretty much go ahead and use that image. Now, what would I use that image for? I don't know. I don't know. I could look at it, I could show my wife, I could show my friends, I could post it online, but really, it doesn't represent anything. And so it doesn't represent a memory. It doesn't represent any hard work. I didn't put in the hard work or the money to give my Bronco a camel trophy livery. It's still white. It's still just, sitting out in my front driveway. Nothing has changed. I didn't go to this desert. So this image is really only good for, I would say, commercial purposes or corporate purposes, or it's good for social media because people can be like, ooh, that's cool, and I can get some likes. But the value is not there. The value to an individual isn't there. Like I said in the beginning, they would want to be out in the desert and they would want this to be a memory, because if I put this on my wall, it would be a nice little piece of decor, but there wouldn't be anything further. And that is what a lot of design and film is at the local level. It is about human connection. It's either about human connection of their friend, of your clients, friends and family, to themselves and to their own personal memories, or it's going to be somebody taking a look at that photo and kind of imagining in their mind's eye that somebody actually went through the effort of wrapping or painting their Bronco in a camel trophy livery and then driving it out to the desert. And then when they look at that photo, or when they hang that on the wall, it's kind of like this either admiration or kindred spirit kind of thing, like maybe I didn't do that but I would like to do that, and thusly I have that as a representation on my whatever office wall. And it's kind of the same thing that we do when we you know actually, it's kind of the same thing that we do when we put a poster of a famous Formula One car or a livery or something like that. It's representing something that we would like to do, that somebody has done, and so we're kind of connecting with that person because they are a kindred spirit. Now, the problem with doing something via AI like this is I can make prompts that I'm not interested in, and then I can, send them out into the ether, and then it's a very impersonal thing. Great, you made an image, but I have no idea how you feel about this topic because the effort has gone away, and now it's just something I can create in 20 seconds. So, yeah, there might not be factories and corporations to go to, but I think a lot of things, not just, artwork, I think, a lot of things are going to go back down to a personal level. And I think huge, I guess you could say, uh, corporate style media, and even, huge channels, it might be something where people just start to value personal relationships, personal artistry, personal music, and personal, I guess you could say, cuisine. I think that best case scenario, that's what happens. And, jobs and occupations and appreciation, value and appreciation starts to decentralize and go to a one-on-one level again. Or on the flip side, maybe it's the post AI apocalypse and nobody's working and it turns into Mad Max. All right. I've been Dalton. This has been the Petrolist. It's a little bit of a different subject. I will always do, Formula One commentary. Sometimes I've done car reviews and that kind of stuff. So it's always either Formula One or some sort of car review or car related topic. And that's really about it. So this is still car related. It's just a little bit of a different branch of car relatedness. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. And if I think of anything meaningful that's kind of like this again, then maybe I make another one. All right, rambling now. See you later.